Good evening. What did we think of the 2024 Darts Dutch Masters? I thought it was definitely lower quality than the Bahrain Masters. I struggled to get hugely excited by a lot of the matches until the final, whereas in the Bahrain Masters it felt more conventional in that there were fewer surprises, I feel, so a lot of the top players were basically all that were remaining by the quarterfinals, which you can argue is more boring in some aspects, but I feel like the general standard benefited as a result of that, whereas this tournament threw up a few more surprises, which was great, and it's always a great thing to see new players reach the top. I just do feel like even the top players weren't. A lot of them are out of form this week. I don't know why, but it felt like the standard was definitely lower. But by no means does that mean we were short on drama, because we were treated to some incredible moments. And for a start, the semis between Barneveld and MVG was gripping, to say the least. I don't know how Michael got through that. Throughout this tournament, I support MVG first and foremost, but he played Raymond, and I was kind of more neutral than I usually am, and not fussed about who would win, because I would not have complained one bit if Raymond won the title. So I was just enjoying the match, and it was a brilliant match to be able to enjoy, because the deciding leg, it deserved a deciding leg, because both of them kind of shared their moments throughout the match, and both deserved a chance to win. And I'm so glad that they did, but the way Michael finished that, it was brilliant on the bullseye. And then we got to the final, where again we have to talk about Luke Littler, because he is just always there. He burst onto the scene, and he has refused to leave since everyone became aware of his name. And I don't think he's gonna leave anytime soon either. I think he's gonna stick around for a long old time. And I know a lot of people are scared that the Premier League could ruin him in some way because of the schedule and the pressure. But I honestly don't think he's going to succumb to that. I think so far he's taken the World Championship final in his stride. I think a lot of players would crumble under that, and a lot have, and I think some will again this year. I like Peter Wright. I think Rob Cross might struggle. But I think Luke Littler just is excited to play every match he enters. So I think the regular schedule of the Premier League is just going to keep the fire burning, essentially. Again, all credit to him in this final. I did not know who was going to win until the dying moments, because they just kept trading punches. I wasn't convinced that Michael even deserved to win, because Luke felt like the better player for the entire tournament, really, and a lot of stages in the final. But Michael found his form when it was most important, which is why he's dominated the game so much and why he's won so many tournaments. But yeah, credit to Luke. He did everything he could, and I thought he was within a shout of the title until Michael was over the line, because it was just one of those matches. And he was unlucky not to be able to take it to a deciding leg, but I'm glad that Michael won in the end. As I said, again, he is my favourite player, but in matches like this, I just can't help but be more of a neutral, and just enjoy the experience for both the players. But once he won, and I found out the significance behind the trophy and the context with MVG and the Dutch fans, I'm glad that Michael won it, and it felt right and fitting that he took that trophy home. Yeah, I'd love to know what you thought, so please let me know. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the tournament. Are we looking forward to the Premier League? Who do we think are the favourites? And I'll speak to you soon for the first night of the Premier League, most likely. See you then.